Thank you. We're waiting for a few more people to come in. There's a few more chairs up front. Thank you, boys and girls, for being so quiet. I really appreciate it. Today, we are here for Veterans Day. This is the day that we've been talking about in our Monday morning meetings, and today we have some very, very special guests with us. So there are a lot of things that we want to be thankful for, but one of them is our veterans. So we're going to go ahead and begin our program, and I appreciate all of your attention and quietness and respect today. Every year, the President of the United States puts out a proclamation about Veterans Day. So this year, Barack Obama did the same thing. So I'm going to read the proclamation from the United States President. No matter what war or where they fought, our veterans are part of an unbroken chain of men and women who have served our country with honor and distinction. On Veterans Day, we show them our deepest thanks. Their sacrifices have helped secure more than 2 centuries of American progress, and their legacy affirms that no matter what confronts us or what trials we face, there is no challenge we cannot overcome, and our best days are still ahead. This year, we marked the 200th anniversary of the War of 1812. We began to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. We welcomed our veterans back from Iraq, and we continue to wind down operations in Afghanistan. These milestones remind us that though much has changed since Americans first took up arms to advance freedom's cause, the spirit that moved our forebears is the same spirit that has defined each generation of our service members. Our men and women in uniform have taught us about strength, duty, devotion, resolve, cornerstones of a commitment to protect and defend that has kept our country safe for over 200 years. In war and in peace, their service has been selfless and their accomplishments have been extraordinary. Even after our veterans take off the uniform, they never stop serving. Many apply the skills and experience they developed on the battlefield to a life of service here at home. They take on roles in their communities as doctors and police officers, engineers and entrepreneurs, mothers and fathers. As a grateful nation, it is our task to make that transition possible, to ensure our returning heroes can share in the opportunities they have given so much to defend. The freedoms we cherish endure because of their service and sacrifice, and our country must strive to honor our veterans by fulfilling our responsibilities to them and to uphold the sacred trust we share with all who have served. On days like this, we are called to reflect on the immeasurable burdens that have been borne by so few. We pay tribute to our wounded, our missing, our fallen, and their families, men and women who have known the true cost of conflict and deserve our deepest respect now and forever. We also remember that our commitments to those who have served are commitments we must honor not only on Veterans Day, but every day. As we do so, let us reaffirm our promise that when our troops finish their tours of duty, they come home to an America that gives them the benefits they have earned, the care they deserve, and the fulfillment opportunity to keep their families strong and our country moving forward. With respect for and in recognition of the contributions our service members have made to the cause of peace and freedom around the world, the Congress has provided that November the 11th of each year shall be set aside as a legal public holiday to honor our nation's veterans. Therefore, Barack Obama, President of the United States of America, hereby proclaims November the 11th, 2012 as Veterans Day. He encourages all Americans to recognize the valor and sacrifice of our veterans through appropriate public ceremonies and private prayers. He calls upon federal, state, and local officials to display the flag of the United States and to participate in patriotic activities in their community. He calls on all Americans, including civic and fraternal organizations, places of worship, schools, and communities, to support this day with commemorative expressions and programs. So today, that's what we plan on doing. So we'd like to welcome our visitors. We have a good group of veterans sitting in front of us, and so we'd like to honor them and thank them for being here. And now I could have Riley Beto.
When Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner almost 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. Those words are as true today as they were then. Throughout this nation's histories, America's soldiers, sailormen, airmen, Marines, and coastguardmen have bravely answered to the call to defend our freedom, to aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors. We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to more than 650,000 American service members who died in battle or the 1.4 million who were wounded. We can, however, recognize and thank 25 million veterans still living today. Those words are inscribed on the Korean War Memorial in Washington, D.C. Our nation honors her sons and daughters who answered the call to defend the country they never knew and people they never met. Those words apply equally to many of our World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and Gulf War veterans as well. They apply to today's active duty service members, tomorrow's veterans, and who are helping to maintain peace throughout the world. Today, it is our privilege to say thank you to all of America's veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price of freedom is high. We cannot afford to forget those willing to pay it. Today we celebrate America's veterans for keeping this nation the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Riley Stanford.
Take a moment to thank a veteran by Joanna Fox. When you see someone in a uniform, someone who serves us all, doing military duty, answering your country's call, take a moment to thank them for protecting what you hold dear. Tell them you are proud of them and make it very clear. Just tap them on the shoulder, give a smile, and say, thanks for what you're doing to keep us safe in the USA.
And now if we could have our song leaders please rise, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Just my children and my wife. my lucky stars to be living here today. 'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I proudly stand up next to you with your fingers still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart. There's time to stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I proudly stand up next to you with the fingers still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I proudly stand up next to you with the fingers still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Thank you, Dr. Harris. And now we have Avery Carter.
The best on earth. If someone has done military service, they earn the title veteran and more. They earn our deep respect and admiration that they are special, no one can ignore. They sacrifice the comforts we enjoy. The list is long of all the things they gave. Our veterans are extraordinary people. They're loyal, dedicated, true, and brave. When terror and invasion were real threats, they showed us they could handle any storm. We owe our freedoms and our very lives to our veterans who served in uniform. Our veterans should be celebrities. They're exceptional. No other group compares. We're grateful for the many things they've done. They're always in our hearts and in our prayers. We owe our veterans support and friendship. Let no one ever question what they're worth. These men and women served us in our country, our veterans, very best on earth.
And now our fourth graders have a special treat for us. They're going to do a veterans little skit for us.
Honor military. Not everyone hears it, it's just a few, but there's no denying it once you do. When your country calls, you do your part. So H is for honor in the American heart. Military families tend to move across the nation, saving borders. The letter O means pack your bags for just got your orders. 2 years here, 3 years there. Your family's on the go. Your orders mean a brand new part of the world you mentioned. Up in a fighter jet, up in the air, in a fighter jet, or down deep in a submarine, above the ocean, beneath the sea, and everywhere between.
We're riding the tide, deep blue and green, constantly churning and wavy on ships, very small and impossibly large. R N stands for Navy.
Orders is what every military person receives when it is time to go on a job far away. The men and women of today's military are part of a long tradition of sacrifice.
The freedoms Americans enjoy today are possible because so many are willing to give so much to keep the stars and stripes waving and a symbol of liberty and justice.
Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, the Green Berets, of course, Special Tactics, MEUs, and the Daring Delta Force. All are elite forces. They're trained with extra care. They know too well when duty calls, danger may be.
The letter M means military police, better known as MPs. When you live on post or a military base, you'll need a few of these. They will guard the base and keep the place as secure as it can be. As you arrive at the entrance gate, MPs are the first you see.
Jets and jeeps have an ignition system to start things up. One or racing down the road, and there another up in the air there. Take different routes, but both of them help prove the military can't keep still. It's always on the move. Miles from home, too hot or too cold, lonely for months on end, arrives in a big green south. It's the letters you send that the leaves are turning, the farm is fine, the puppy keeps chasing his tail. There's nothing better than getting a letter from home or home. You're visiting HQ to see the CO. You're surrounded by several officials. You're also surrounded by so many letters, and that's why I's are initials. R&R, TDY, a night at the BOQ. And when you're hungry, it's good to know a MRE will do. a Coast Guard ship or in an Air Force jet or in any Army tank or Navy sub.
You can certainly bet that you'll see people work together, busy as they can be. I think you'll find that teamwork suits us to a T.
Give me an A for Army, and an A for Air Force jet, an A for all the armed service behind the red, white, and blue. They stand at attention, tall and proud, an A for the American Armed Forces, and A for the world's very best. Rise and shine for the letter R, early the everyday. R is the sound of reveal, heard from miles away. We rise the flag as the burglar plays with the rising of the sun. He will play retreat to lower the flag later when the day is done. Y is for the reason they do the things they do. They put their lives on the line and they do it all for you. For you to live the life that you free a nation proud and strong, be glad there are those who go to work, taking their dreams along.
Thank you, fourth graders. And now if we could have Jessie Flowers.
They did their share. On Veterans Day, we honor soldiers who protect our nation. For their service as our warriors, they deserve our adoration. Some of them were drafted, some were volunteers. From some it was just yesterday, from some it's been many years. In the jungle or the desert, on land or on the sea, they did whatever they were assigned to produce a victory. Some came back, some didn't. They defend us everywhere. Some saw combat, some rode a desk. All of them did their share. No matter what the duty, for low pay and little glory, these soldiers gave up normal lives for duties mundane and gory. Let every veteran be honored. Don't let politics get in the way. Without them, freedom would have died. What they did, we cannot repay. We owe so much to them who kept us safe from terror. So when we see a uniform, let's say thank you to every wearer.
Aubrey McNair.
Let's honor our military, the men and women who serve, whose dedication to our country does not falter, halt, or swerve. Let's respect them for their courage. They're ready to do what's right, to keep America safe so we can sleep better at night. Let's support and defend our soldiers, whose hardships are brutal and cruel, whose discipline we can't imagine, who follow each order and rule. Here's to who choose to be warriors, and they're helpers, good and true. They're fighting for American values. They're fighting for me and you.
If I can have my song leaders now. Third, fourth, and fifth grade, please rise. fact, could we have everyone stand up? We're going to be doing the national anthem. Thank you. Boys and girls, y'all may be seated. Alexis Cooper, please. Thank you, boys and girls. I really appreciate the way all of you are sitting so quietly this morning. Thank you all.
The noble and the brave. When American had an urgent need, these brave ones raised their hands. No hesitation helped them that they were about to take a stand. They left their friends and family, they gave up normal life. To serve their country and their God, they plowed into the strife. They fought for freedom and for peace on strange and foreign shores. Some lost new friends, some lost their lives in long and brutal wars. Other veterans answered the call to support the ones who fought. Their country had requirements for the essential skills they bought. We salute every one of them, the noble and the brave, the ones still with us here today and the ones who rest in the grave. So here's to our country's heroes, they're cut above the rest. Let's give the honor that is due to our country's very best.
Thank you. Okay, now we will be doing our pledges, and then we'll have a moment of silence, and then our students will be asked to lead very quietly. So if you'll please rise for the pledges. Attention, salute. And now the Texas Pledge. Attention, salute. And now we'll have a moment of silence. Thank you, boys and girls. Look at your teachers to see which way to go. And our veterans, you're invited to a breakfast we have prepared for you and to visit our Veterans Wall of Fame that we have in our elementary building.